Well, howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is, of course, Cub. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we are doing a test to find out if I can successfully run 2 instances of OBS multi-platform, or studio, I think they're calling it now, on one computer while simultaneously playing a game. The reason we're doing this is I want to find out if I can capture both mine and my brother's PCs while also playing on one computer, because I don't trust his computer to actually capture footage. It just doesn't sometimes, and I've tried using OBS, which I'm very familiar with and know how to work. I've tried using DxStory, which I'm extremely familiar with and know how to work, and I've also tried using Shadowplay, which I'm familiar with, but let's face it, sometimes it works great, and then every so often it's just like, oh, all your footage is gone. Stupid. So what I've got going on right now is I'm recording my gameplay in one instance using the NVENC, whatever it is, H.264 encoder. It's the H.264 encoder built into my Titan X. And then I'm recording my, in a second instance, my webcam using the, I think it's QuickSync. It's the H.264 encoder built into my 3770K. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit start. They're recording to two different hard drives, so writing shouldn't be an issue. One of them is using a hardware. It's a Elgato HD60 Pro, so that's actually the gameplay that you're watching right now. It doesn't put as much stress on the system because it does a lot of the work inside. It's a PCIe-based capture card, and it does a lot of its own work, so it shouldn't put too much stress on the PC. Still, I'm not thinking this is going to work, but I thought it was worth a try. The other option I'm looking at is just building like a dedicated capture PC to capture both computers, and then I can just game on mine, he can game on his, none of us have to worry about capture performance anymore. I'll tell you right off the bat, I am personally seeing a bit of a dip in frame rate. I should have launched Fraps before I started this so I could actually get an idea of what my frame rate is. In fact, darn it, what is going on? It's not too late. Let me see if I can launch that real fast. So we'll get Fraps up. And I don't think it causes any... Oh, good grief. Okay, we might have just shreked everything. Everything's still recording. We're fine. I just want it to come up and give me my... Where are you, Fraps? That's OBS. Those are my 2 instances of OBS running. I've killed it. Fraps is gone. Fraps died. I don't know what happened to it. I could have swore it looked like it was launching. Oh, there it is, right down there in the corner. Excellent. All right, I need you to please show me my FPS. Where are you going to put that? There we go. Alright, so I usually record at 1080, 60 FPS, and we are definitely not getting 60 FPS right now. In fact, we're struggling to hold on to 30, which granted is probably okay. I mean, on YouTube, I don't think most people watch at 60 FPS anyway. But then again, one of these is only capturing my face. I don't know how it would do with another... Oh, I don't like this. No. I hear once you get used to 1440p, I'm sorry, 144 Hertz, you can't go back to 60. I think the same is true for 60 to 30. This looks terrible. And also, I'm not sure how it might look... Oh, I'm playing against bots. I didn't want to do this experiment in a real game in case it was awful and I ruined the experience for other people. That being said, 40 FPS is definitely a noticeable difference. I'm not sure how it's coming out in the recording. It might look okay in the recording, or it might look worse in the recording. I don't know. We'll find out. Overall... I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. It's definitely doable. It might run a little bit better if we were using maybe some different settings. Then again, it might run a little bit worse if we were using different settings. What I need to do is launch Hardware Monitor and see if I can figure out what's going on here, what's being overly taxed. I'm getting Snapchats over on my phone. I do apologize for that if you can hear it. Also, running a fan. Not sorry. Done apologizing. Alright, everything looks like it's running cool. Let's see. Utilization. Oh, good grief. Okay, it looks like the CPU is being bottlenecked. So our GPU right now is running a tad warm. 80 degrees is a bit warm. Then again, the fan power is only at 40%. Utilization is... It's just moderate, nothing to worry about. Right here, though. CPU utilization is maxed out. It's all hit 100% at some point, and it's sticking pretty close to it right now. So it looks like the one thing stopping this from working is the fact that the CPU is being overtaxed, which makes a lot of sense. It's running a game, it's running 2 instances of OBS. I had an idea where I would maybe consider trying to somehow get my hands on a 6-core Broadwell E chip and just setting up an X99 PC to do all this. Of course, I'd have to get like a cheap GPU in there because it doesn't have onboard graphics, but a cheap GPU to drive these two upper monitors that I have to either side, and then a 6-core CPU. This could work. If I'd have to get like DDR4 RAM, which is not cheap. Then again, RAM these days, in general, is not cheap. It's gone up a bit in recent times, and has not gone back down. Also, I'm just having fun shooting bots. They're real dumb and die real easy. They make me feel like I'm somewhat talented at this game, even though we all know that I am not. Alright, so 2 instances of OBS seems to be working. I'll have to check the footage afterward, make sure they both got recorded. Again, recording to 2 separate drives, so that won't be a bottleneck. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. AT-AT? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this would work if I had another capture card? Would take some of the stress off of the computer because it would do a bit of the work, a bit of the heavy lifting internally. That capture card, by the way, it's not like your USB-based capture cards. It's PCIe-based. It does a lot of work on board. I don't know, though. 30 FPS, 2 computers. It's okay. It's playable. It's definitely not unplayable. It's just I've gotten so accustomed to both recording. Not everything I release is in 60 FPS. When I release things like Overwatch or Battlefront, yes, Minecraft is not. Because why would it be? It's Minecraft. Still, on a personal level, I do like to enjoy the games that I'm playing. And 1080p... I mean, it's just... 30 FPS is not... I mean, we're holding a good 36 FPS right now. So 30... It's not dipping below that, which is good. And in fact, it seems to be, in certain instances, pulling up to 40. Another capture card would be $160, $170. That's what they're going for on places like BHP and on Amazon. I guess I could just buy one, and if it works, great. And if not, I'll have the 2, and I can start saving up for... I don't know. Broadwell E is kind of getting a tad long in the tooth, but it's not going to be a while. How long? Let's face it. Skywell E processors aren't coming out for a while, if that's even what they'll be called, and I'm sure they will be. I mean, what's Cabby Lake's coming out soon? Generally, the next generation processor comes out either... That guy was running sideways. So Skylake E processors, if that's what they're going to be called, won't be too far off, but... Then again, the performance benefits from one generation to another, while they look great on paper, as we know from plenty of benchmarking, the differences aren't that big. I don't know what to do. Plus, that introduces a whole bunch of new issues. How am I supposed to get... it's not that big a deal. I was going to say game audio from, you know, to both him and to the computer, but that's not really an issue. That's just me saying dumb things. If all else fails, if I do have the 2 capture cards, I might not be able to run 2 instances of OBS and record both of them simultaneously, but we would, in that position, we would be able to actually at least stream. We'll have to manually, in one instance of OBS, switch between the 2 different capture cards, but that's not that big a deal, and that would open us up to finally being able to stream, which would be nice, and it would finally eliminate his computer. I don't know. Look, this wasn't a gaming video. I can understand some people being upset about that. So, if you want a gaming video, you can totes go watch Blockhead Bros. One came out today. I believe it was some Overwatch. And, alright, I've had fun shooting bots. I'm going to get off of here now. I'm going to check back the footage, see how it came out, see what it looks like. And, yeah, I'll let you folks know over the next few days what I decide to do. Of course, you'll all continue to join me for the testing. And don't worry, more Sky Factory will be coming soon. Bye!